Hey guys, Gigi Foxcat here, and it's time for another sketchbook. Wait a minute, you're not the right sketchbook. It is time for a sketchbook tour, but this one isn't finished, as you can clearly tell. That one's not finished. Let's just set it over to the side. Stay on the table. This sketchbook is a special sketchbook. Don't believe I've shown any of these on previous videos. Not that I do many videos. Anyway, this is my Corgi sketchbook. As you can tell by the Corgis on the page, got some of my ginger and wasabi pictures. Stickers are available on my Teespring store, linked in my bio. I think it's linked in the description too. Anyways, this sketchbook, I'll show you the back cover. More Corgi stickers. Most of these come from, you know, the packages that everybody finds on Amazon, Temu, etc. of just random stickers. I'm going to use them. Don't know if most of them are just stock photos. Some of them are stolen, right? I'm not condoning or discounting them, but you know, and they've all been given to me as gifts. Anyways, enough of that being said. This is an Art Alternatives. I don't know if you can see the label here. I got this at the Art Warehouse down in Manchester. Anyways, it's Southern California, down Anaheim-ish area. I think it's actually, well, yeah, it's about a half hour from Disneyland. Not that that matters. Anyways, like I said, this is my Corgi sketchbook, so everything in here is Corgi related. Let's see if I can get it open. Alright, as you can see, I did put, I got this Tokidoki blind box, one of the sushi ones, at the time of getting this, so it's just an easy place to put the sticker. That's why it's in here. And yes, I know this is Shiba Inu, that's a red panda, and that's some other white dog, probably Samoyed, whatever. But as you can see, more Corgi stickers. And here is our colorful one. I started this in November last year for my Huevember challenge. I messed up the background. I don't know if that even shows up. Anyways, and I just barely finished it at the beginning of this month. And we got a cute rainbow Corgi on the theme. I didn't put a number one or anything because this one's special. I don't know that I'll do another one. Who knows? All depends. As I said, this is a square one, and as I stated, we started off with Huevember, so here's a red Corgi on a mushroom. Then we've got orange for that one, where I did a butterfly Corgi, or fairy Corgi, or whatever you want to say. It's a monarch butterfly Corgi. Then we have toffee yellow. This was supposed to be yellow, but I grabbed the wrong one, so it ended up being toffee yellow. Oh, so I did yellow for the toffee yellow color. You pivot. Corgi in a cookie jar. This was actually left over from buy a lot from Box Lunch. So they give you really nice bags that can be easily used for gift bags. So to hide the Box Lunch logos on them, I put my own art on. So for Christmas, this was going to be a design. I didn't end up using it because I didn't end up needing it. Got a green Corgi and a shamrock. Corgi butt. Lovely Corgi butts. And pink, for pink, with cherry blossoms, sakura flowers. There's blue, all nice up in a Corgi in a blanket. Violet, you've got one on macaron, not to be confused with the macaroon. Nondescript Game Boy with a chartreuse yellow-green Corgi. Aqua tricolor Corgi riding balloon animal. So really, if you think about it, very tiny Corgis. Salmon pink for the Sushi Corgi for salmon pink. Brown, this Corgi mustachio cushion. I think I messed that up, but you get the idea. Pink is a tricolor on Corgi on donut. Beige, I went with the lampshade Corgi, Lead Champ. Wow. I believe I was watching Looney Tunes in the background when I drew this. Inspired by Bugs Bunny and Gossamer's first interactions. The dark green Corgi, a white Corgi and a dark green wreath for Christmas. As you may have noticed, for all my Huevember ones, I use black, white, and then the particular color, because black is the presence of all colors, white is the absence of all colors. Or you go for the standard white and black aren't actually colors. A mauve Corgi with a pretty fan. The purebred and inbred Corgi for terracotta standard. And no, it does not have eyes, because the eyes are behind the piece of bread. This is a piece of bread stuck on the Corgi's nose. No, Corgi's nose is coming out of it. I've had to explain that to so many people when I posted it, but that's the whole deal with that one. A blue-gray Corgi with a big giant book. I purposely left the patchy rest of it because I felt it would make the book look old. Peach Corgi is just a Corgi shoved in a teacup, showing his little heart-shaped bullet bum. Azure Blue, or Bright Blue, or whatever you want to say, is a white Corgi and a snow cone, because, you know, I'm in Southern California. We can have summer like Christmases in December. A purple Corgi in a Komodo. A khaki Corgi in a bucket hat. Can take kind of roughing off the same concept as my beige Corgi with the lampshade. Magenta Corgi with a nondescript MP3 music player. A cream Corgi with a nice giant bow bun. Probably filled with beef. Or lamb. Be lamb for a dog. Nice gift of a pastel blue Corgi. Celadon green Corgi in a cauldron. That is some interesting witch's brew. Periwinkle is just your typical Corgi. I think I modeled this off of my old pop socket. As you can see, my new pop socket is, well, I have it upside down for you. My new pop socket is this 8-bit one that my sister-in-law gave me for birthday, Christmas a few years ago. Alright, gray, because I count gray as a color. Is a tri-colored Corgi on a soda pop bottle. White Corgi is a black Corgi and a white cowboy boot. And then this distinguishing young lad also looks like a Frenchie, because it's a black Corgi and a black high top sticking out his beautifully white tongue. From there, I did a bunch of the smaller Corgis as pastel rainbows. And then we have a Ninja Corgi. Not much to say about this. I think originally this was based off of a turtle t-shirt, and I think it was either a cat or a fox. And I thought, oh, that would be cute as a Corgi, so I drew it up. Did Finico in an older sketchbook, so I drew up that design as a Sanrio style Corgi, which inspired my Corgus of this year, where I did the Sanrio style Ginger and Wasabi my Corgis as in the Sanrio style. Cardigan Corgi tailed Cardigan Corgi splooting like a sploot set. This was originally a fox design I did for a Huevember a few years ago. I don't even remember when that Huevember was. Then I had to draw Ginger and Wasabi, my Corgis. This is Ginger, this is Wasabi. Ginger is a Luffy Corgi, and Wasabi is a more traditional looking Corgi, but they're brindle forward cardigan Corgis. I did the blanket design. They look so chunky in that picture. If you don't know, chunky is the term we use for kind of chubby Corgis. Then I do a normal Pembroke Welsh Corgi. I have cardigan Corgis. The other one is Pembroke's. F as an assassin. Had some smudging issues on that one. Then I did the humanoid Corgi character off of one of my Foxcat designs. Actually, this, I believe, was a design I did for a friend who likes wolves. My old best friend from elementary and middle school. Kind of a Harajuku 80s kind of quirky girl. Harajuku is a fashion. Harajuku is a district in Japan, and it's well known for its like decora and fashion. Seeing decora means decorative fashion, and that's kind of what the style is based off of that one. Playing around with the cherry blossom corgis. Don't think this really worked out. Did some more sushi corgis. I like this one where you got the butt. The regular design is a regular corgi, and then a floofy corgi for sushi rolls. And I drew my large corgi squishmallow in here. Kind of like how this one came out. Eyes are a little bit smooshed, but yeah, overall it looks good. Then I drew the cowboy design more colorful for my November. And I even did gold. I don't know how well that's picking up on camera, but I did gold for the stitching design. Then this one I combined my mustache corgi and my top hat corgi, and then my clumsy self dropped my black marker right onto it and smeared. And I was trying to get rid of it, and I said, well, if I ever want to use this design as a sticker or whatever, there's Photoshop. Then, of course, with the bucket hat, I had to draw the one character that any anime fan knows wears a bucket cap, or at least some anime fans. Even my husband knows who this is, and he's not a huge anime fan. But Bleach is one of my favorite animes. Kisuke Uehara is one of my favorite characters. I had actually made this hat at one point when I was really into Bleach. I even have pictures of me in Hawaii wearing it. That's how into it I was. And then I accidentally left it in the bathroom, and my dad washed it and killed it. So I think if you scour my DeviantArt page, if you can even find it, that picture of me holding up, but because I was kind of using it for cosplay stuff, it might be on there. Of course, I took the Game Boy design and made it a Game Boy Color with the Yamper. Yes, I know Yamper isn't in there unless you find some random ROM hack, but it was a cute design. Oh, this one's a tragic mess. I took one of, I call it a Nyanya cat, fox cat design from ages ago, and I found it, and so I thought, oh, I could do this, and then I totally like messed up the coloring, so I'm like, well, that happened. Then for Valentine's Day, I did the Chamber card game. I translated it into holding a heart with a nice metallic heart background. Then I did a pistachio origami, a pistachio macaron, which is one of my favorite flavors. I love pistachio. I have yet to have many things pistachio that I like. I don't particularly like the pistachio almond ice cream, but I don't really like the mix so much. Then I finally fixed the Corgi Sakura Blossom one. The line art smudged a little bit because I didn't let it dry enough, but it's just like Corgi butts. It just needs more Corgi behinds. And I drew another version of the Corgi cookie jar, this time with the lid more down like I think it would. It gets popping up. And I tried to make the cookies look like sandy cookies. No nuts, of course. Then I tried drawing the Corgi with the book, but the black marker I had, I don't know what was up with it, what kind it was. It just smeared and spread it. Well, not really smeared, but it just feathered like crazy in this book. I'm not even sure what one it was. It could have just been a random one I found and I accidentally grabbed it. Then I drew a more traditional version of the Chamber Corgi in March, as we were getting close to St. Patrick's Day. I even drew some little teethies. Then I drew two of my Foxcat girls. Well, actually, no. This is a Foxcat girl design. This one I changed into a Foxcat girl design. This was originally my humanoid version of Squid Ink Pasta when I was doing a humanoid food and drink as humans. And so I did that as up with the Celtic design shamrock. Then I have a Corgi with an otter. I think this was originally another fox design from one of my old Cucumber designs. And Easter Corgi, of course. The Corgi with the decorative Easter egg. Tricolor Corgi ramen, because, you know, ramen Corgis are adorable. Then I took the Komodo dragon, yeah. The Komodo wearing Corgi and said, oh, that reminds me of Bleach. And they got doggish characters in Bleach, so I gave the Corgi a sword, and now it's a Soul Reaper. Did a blanket design where the Corgi is like laying on, and they poured the icing of the donut onto it, and it's got sparkly sprinkles. A Mercorgi, or Corg Maid. I think Mercorgi is correct term. This one's one of my favorite. I'm Fluffin' Unicorn. So I did. These two designs were actually from Corgis. Both, I think, were originally wasabi. Actually, no, this one was ginger. I think this one was ginger. No, I'm right. Both of these are wasabis done up as Pembrokes in traditional art of Corgis challenge designs from previous years. Then a Father's Day theme of a semi-fluffy Daddy Corgi getting a hug from its pup. This one's kind of weird looking, and I got it off-centered for some reason, so nice, like, ugly colored background thing. Yeah, a piece of Corgi head design. I thought that would be a really cute sticker at some point. Then I took, this was Ginger's mermaid design, and I thought, oh, taiyaki. The pastry fish that you get. Ice cream versions of these where they're opened up and shoved full of ice cream are very common in the US. I love it with like pudding, custard pudding. And you get to find a good red bean paste one here, but most often here if you find red bean paste listed, it's literally a can of red beans that's been smushed up with no like sweet. It's not Anko flavored really. I took the fan design and tried to put Corgi butt on it, but it smeared up. And then I was trying various Corgi themes, so I took the balloon animal design from earlier and made it shorter and longer for a Corgi. Then I got an origami Corgi and a stained glass Corgi. Submarine Corgi with skulls and jack-o'-lantern because I could. And I got a pizza Corgi. So I took the Corgi head design and really made it where it was eating the pizza. Then I drew Yamper from Pokemon Cafe Remix. I tried to do Jigglypuff, but that pink really does look more peachy than anything else. Oh well. Another fall Corgi as we got into September, getting closer to fall, so it's got a big giant scarf watching the leaves change color on fall. I tried to do blush and it just kind of got washed out from the brown on. But we were getting closer and closer to the end, as you can tell. This right here, because then I did a Corgi holding some dingo or festival sweet dumplings. I don't know what else they're called, how to describe them. But it's these three like mochi, like sweet mochi dumplings, basically. And finally, the end of all of it, you got a really big-eyed Corgi sploot looking at you. I tried to put the wrong date and so much to love. And as always in all my sketchbooks, the last page or couple of pages is my color tester page, and since it was at the back, I put a bunch of pictures, Corgi things. Oh, you can really see where that one ripped. Yeah, as I was peeling this one off, it just ripped. I'm like, well, that tells you how low quality it is, but what can you do? So there is another sketchbook tour of fun sketches of this. I will, as I had this one out, hopefully get to this in the next month or so. This one's going really slow. But until next time, I will fox catch you guys later.